Welcome to The Author Show, where we present new authors and books. From fiction to self-help and everything in between, you'll find it all here. To watch the TV version of our program, visit authorswebtv.com. That's authorswebtv.com. And now, let the show begin.
Hi, this is Linda Thompson, your host for The Author Show. For those of you who love historical fiction as much as I do, today's feature, The Guardian of Secrets, will be a real treat. This is the debut novel of our guest, Jana Petken, and I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more from her. Beginning in 1912 England and ending during the time of the Spanish Civil War, we follow one family through 3 generations, and I can't wait to hear more. So, Jana, welcome to The Author Show.
Thank you very much, Linda. It's a pleasure to be here.
Jana, please give us a quick overview of The Guardian of Secrets.
Yeah, Linda, The Guardian of Secrets is a historical family saga, and I would say if there was a tagline, it would be love, war, and loss. It's a history about the trials of one family who go through not only a terrible family occurrence, but a civil war which tears them apart.
Was there any particular incident or something that you read that gave you the idea for your storyline in The Guardian of Secrets?
Yeah, most definitely. It was more observation. I grew up in Spain during the reign of General Franco, the dictator, who came to power after the Spanish Civil War. And I was always, from a very, very young age, interested in learning about this war and how it had shaped the country.
Can you think of any other author that may have influenced your writing style?
I don't want to be presumptuous, but I have to say no. Simply because when I began writing, I had no style at all except my own. I was never an avid reader, and I just wrote from the heart and from the gut. And I honestly think it's given me my very own style.
Will Celia, her 2 sons, and even her future grandchildren come back to us in a sequel or a series?
No, I'm afraid not. And the reason is simple. The book is 800 pages long. It's an epic. It covers 4 generations, and by the time the story is finished, there really is no coming back because of the huge time span in the novel.
So what are you working on now?
Working on a sequel to The Errant Flock, which is a multi-award winning book, a historical fiction set during the Spanish Inquisition. It's very, very challenging, but I'm absolutely loving the journey in medieval Spain.
While writing The Guardian of Secrets, did you have any particular type of reader in mind?
Yes, I had a definite idea of trying to reach both male and female readers, and also having them be adult, but also university level, because there's a great deal of research has gone into the book, and I think that it would appeal to students as well as adults who just want to get engrossed in a good read.
I hear that Guardian of Secrets has received some impressive reviews and has won at least 1 award. Will you please tell us about those?
Yes, the reviews have come as quite a surprise. They came thick and fast, and I've actually got a 4.9 average out of nearly 200 reviews, which is absolutely wonderful. I'm just so happy. And I also won a Reader's Favourite Silver Medal in the historical fiction category last year, and had the pleasure of going to Miami to pick that up. So critically wise, it's actually doing very well. And this year especially, I'm seeing my audience grow quite substantially.
Well, congratulations on the awards. That's always good for an author. So I've got to ask, are your characters straight from your imagination, or do they take on traits of people you know?
That's a dangerous question. They actually are straight from my imagination, but there are a couple of characters in The Guardian of Secrets which loosely resemble people that I actually have come across. And I don't want to say their names, but just let me tell you that if these people ever find out, I don't think they'll be very happy with me.
Well, Jana, you've lived a very interesting life so far. I read in your bio, you've been a policewoman in the British Royal Navy. You were a bodyguard for a Saudi princess and then worked as a cabin crew attendant for British Airways. Do you bring parts of those experiences into your writing?
I'd like to think, Linda, that my experience in travel, people studying countries, landscapes, and atmosphere in travel generally and in the circle of people I've mixed with has given me some richness in my writing.
Why did you choose historical fiction as your genre?
I think historical fiction chose me because of the passion that I've always had for history. I've always studied history, and I think it's a really rare gift to receive, to be able to mix fact and fiction together in historical periods.
Tell us a little bit about your book cover. I find it very interesting, but how did you arrive at what is on the cover?
I thought about doing a landscape. I thought about doing something a lot more war-related. But Celia Merrill, the protagonist, the main protagonist, was such a strong figure that I thought a representation of her deserved to be in the cover. And I mixed it with a scene from Madrid during the Spanish Civil War and hoped that readers would get the gist of the story inside the cover.
Will you share one thing in The Guardian of Secrets that you want your readers to remember?
Probably the power of love in family, and even more the hatred that can try to divide a family but somehow doesn't succeed.
Please share with us some of the comments that you've received from readers of your book.
That The Guardian of Secrets should be on screen, predominantly as a TV series. It's a large tome, and readers seem to have taken the characters to heart, the individual characters, and they all, in every comment I've received and reviews, have stated how visual the story is to them.
Is The Guardian of Secrets similar to anything else we may have read?
It's very possible because there's so many books around, it's difficult to come up with something totally original, and I think that's every author's desire. But I think the way that it's written and the characters and the individual stories of characters is actually quite unique, and that's actually something that the readers have caught on to and commented about.
Do you see The Guardian of Secrets either being on screen or as a miniseries on TV?
Most definitely. I've actually had 3 offers so far from production companies in America, 2 in Los Angeles and 1 from New York. Unfortunately, it wasn't the right deal for me, but I have great hopes for The Guardian of Secrets going on screen because of the mass of comments from readers who are actually asking for it.
So, Jana, where can we learn more about you, about your other books, and most of all, where can we purchase The Guardian of Secrets?
You can learn about me from my website, www.janapetkenauthor.com, Jana Petken Author on Facebook, at Jana Petken on Twitter, and you can buy the books and all of my books from all major retailers from my website and from Facebook.
Jana, one last question. What is it about The Guardian of Secrets that makes it stand out in a crowd?
The fact that I put together an array of characters who are all stars in their own right, who the readers have become very emotionally attached to, makes it stand out as, I believe, an epic, a modern day classic. And I don't believe that I'm conceited, but I truly believe that it does stand out in today's present novels that are on the market.
Jana, I really enjoyed our conversation today, and I can't wait to start reading The Guardian of Secrets. Thank you for sharing Celia's story with us, and I do hope you'll come back and visit again when you publish your next book.
Thank you very much, Linda. I really will. If you'll have me back, I'll be there. Thank you.
You all know there's no better way to close out a show than with a good positive review. This is one that I think is very good. I could not put this book down. The writing is similar to great classical pieces in the vivid descriptions of the early 20th century time period, the complicated personalities and relationships of the characters, and the real stories interwoven into the history. It only took a few pages for me to become emotionally attached to Celia and the situation she is in. I highly recommend it. This is Linda Thompson, concluding another edition of The Author Show. Please share this interview with your friends and family so that they too may have the opportunity to discover our guest and her work. And why not help spread the word on social media as well? Please join us again next time for another exciting author and another great book on The Author Show.
Thanks for listening to The Author Show. To contact us, call toll-free 1-877-955-8800. That's 877-955-8800. Or visit theauthorshow.com. That's theauthorshow.com. Tune in next time to another great author on The Author Show.